Oh, I want to do something different. Bring me the holy water. In nomine Dei Pateremos. My mother's up there going, Dickie! God's gonna punish you! Ma, he knows I'm just screwing around. He knows. She's always Quincy Point, St. Joseph Church. My dad worked in Cambridge, wire and cable company. In Cambridge, and then when school had a show and tell, and he brought back about all these different kinds of shapes of cables. So crazy, all the cables. These are the cables I work on here. There's some thick ones, big ones. And I showed it at school, and nobody gave a crap. Then he worked as a precision machinist in the Boston Navy Yard. Now I want to tell you a story I've never told anybody in an audience. That my dad, this will show you how. Now they're gonna get my ass if I say this. But I don't care. I don't care. I've been a rebel all my life. My dad created, well, when the ships were out at sea, they were out thousands of miles. They had a special hydraulic pump that broke down. And when it broke down, they had to go all 1,000 miles back to the base dock to work on it, and it took like 8 days to do it. My dad developed a thing that actually they didn't have to leave where they were. They could work on it right there and have it fixed in 8 hours. They gave him a check for $200. And the reason why he couldn't do like Hughes Tool and Die Company made him a billionaire is because he did it on his lunch break, but it was using the government's tools, the lathes and all that. Isn't that a bitch? And then he did something, he saved something else too and got another document for it. But anyway, my daddy. But anyway, go Hughes asked my dad to come to work at his company in El Segundo, California, and my dad did. I got a job at Northrop when I graduated, because I graduated in Quincy Point High School in the 11th grade. Because, well, then there was the beginning school they put you in, elementary thing, was the Thomas B. Pollard, P-O-L-L-A-R-D school. It's no longer there. It's on the Southern Artery. It's got a bunch of stupid buildings there. I was raised for a while in a house on 5 Middle Street, and the Pepsi-Cola company was right next to me, the whole big factory. It was bitching. They would drop over a case of Pepsi-Cola if they could play with my football during lunch. We tried to find it, I couldn't find it. We got lost or something. We're going to do it with the satellite and go 5 Mill Street. But anyway, that was there in Natick, Massachusetts. And my grandma and my grandpa on my mother's side came over from Poland when they were 20. They went to school in Russia. They were called White Russians. And they were Polish, and they came to the United States, and my granddaddy taught me how to plow. when I was about 5, on a big wooden yoke holding on with the straps and the old horse ready to die. And he would laugh like hell when he saw the horse pull me over the blade. We just had a single blade. He goes, little one, you got to hold on. He's pulling me over the front of it. But anyway, so we planted everything we ate. I used to eat the potatoes right out of the ground. Anybody eat potatoes out of the ground? You? That's it. They're good, huh? Yeah, they're really good. The only thing that scared the crap out of me were those big fat green caterpillars on the tomato plants. They scared the shit out of me. Big black thongs coming out. Well, anyway, I have no idea why I got into that story. What you say, honey? Because this is my home state. That's what she said. Last night we played in Northampton. Yeah, that's a pretty wild town. What? In Wollaston? Shit, we ate there today in the clam shack. And you know what pisses me off? The old original owner was a big Dick Dale music lover, and he put a nice 8x10 right on their wall and everything. And I'd be there all the time eating little clams and everything. I used to dig them for a living, for Christ's sake. I used to get 90 cents for a big bag this big. And I get stuck in the mud flats, that's stinky, freaking. And I would do it when I got up in the morning to go to school. So I'd go down there and do it. I get 90 cents for a whole big bag. Then I had to come home and wash all that crud off me, you know what I'm saying? There's another story how I got trapped underneath and the tide came in because I was going where I wasn't supposed to go. Crawling under the barges. The barges around the piles. And then the tide was out and I'm digging. Then all of a sudden I got stuck because my legs went this high, and so I couldn't get my legs out, and the tide's coming in, and I'm grabbing the rafters, and the rats are coming across the thing. That's when I began to love the movie Ben. And the two of us was me and the stupid rats looking at me. And I'll finish the story when I come back next year. Then I always tell a story about the difference between a harmonica and somebody called it a harp. It's not a harp. The blues players want to be different. Hey man, I play a blues harp, man. A blues harp, man. You've heard that shit before, right? That's excuse my language because of the fact that I was born and raised in Boston. Raised in Quincy. So I left on the 11th grade, going back to the original story, the diabetes, you know, just screws with your brain, you know, it takes away thoughts and words. But it comes back, and it just came back. I was talking about Quincy, right? All right. So, Quincy, I graduated in the 11th grade, well, the first one was Thomas B. Pollard, then I went to junior high school, Quincy Point Junior High, and that there was 7th, 8th, and 9th, because I remember I went to the 7th grade prom. Yeah. I never got anybody I wanted, so what the hell. So the neighbor loaned to me their daughter. And my father drove us, and it was in the middle of the stupid winter, and the snow was there, and he was freezing his ass off waiting for me in the car while we were in the warm restaurant in front of a fireplace and eating. Oh, you didn't think that's funny? That I talk too fast? All right. So anyway, that's another thing. So then, why I'm saying this story is, it was 7th, 8th, and 9th. Then they had another building called 10, 11, and 12. And they don't do that anymore, I don't think, in other states, because they have grades that are different. Like, I don't know. Do they still have 10th, 11th, and 12th in the high school? No, she's shaking no, and everyone, yeah. What are you in, reform school? What? No, I'm serious. They,
9, 10, 11, 12.
they added a 9? Were they trying to save money? Were the rooms shrunk? Did they cut them in half and go like that? They what? They taught music? I played the trumpet in the high school band. And we won over 24 concerts, first place. We had the largest band going and all that shit like that. And I didn't know how to read music. So when we sat down to play, the kid next to me knew how to read. So I just followed his fingers. I looked at his fingers, he'd go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, until my Mrs. Berthold was her name, God bless her. Mrs. Berthold, if you're watching me, and she whacked the side of my head with a ruler, and they made me sit in front of everybody instead of with the band to embarrass me. And we had a guy called Gordon Personal, hope he's still alive. He's the one all the girls went to. Oh, Gordon, would you bring your trumpet to the rally and everything? And he's playing hard to get. And I'm going, I play the trumpet too, huh? I play the trumpet, huh? But I wasn't the star. He was. So he could hit the big notes, everything. Then we had Memorial Day, and we had a big assembly, and the whole band was there. And Gordon Perslow was asked to go up behind the curtain and play taps. So he went da da da. He was always perfect. Da 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 da. And instead of hitting that note, da da da. He never came out from behind the curtain. We never saw him again. I ain't kidding. He just left. And so Mrs. Berthold pointed the ruler at me, sitting with the common folk, whatever you want to call them, that weren't playing the instruments in the band. And she said, like that, for me to get up and play taps. I says, me? And she goes, like that. And she had her spectacles and all that shit, and then coming down and hanging. So I got up, and I never backed down from nothing. So I got up and I said, here we go. I goes, Lord, you're pulling the strings on this. Now if I screw up, it's your fault. All right? I go for it. And I played it perfectly. I know everything. As it was over, I was walking out into the hallway, and my English teacher, that was always failing me, she said, Richard, you became a man today. And she said, I'm very proud of you. And it's the only, I got a B. My motherfucker used to beg the teachers to pass me. Because they said he's got an IQ of a genius, and he just waits till the last minute, shoves it off, you know. I was drawing rocket chips when they were telling me to speak properly, you know what I'm saying?
Because you're good at fingering.
So I'm saying, I'm fingering? I love you guys. I'm gonna make this up. And there's a story before this too. I was going to tell you about the whole bullshit stuff, but we got to hurry up because we're limited with time. So are you ready? No, wait. Something like this. They don't know what I'm going to do next because neither do I. So, okay. That's when you were supposed to come in. remember I told you I used to play in the band, but when I got the cancer and all the crap, they told me, well, I came to California in 19... that's that damn diabetes shit. What? 54. I knew that. Don't buy the Ginkgo pills, you know, for the brain. You know, they don't work. Because I can't remember where I put the bottle, for Christ's sake. Don't buy them. They don't work. So anyway, they told me I'm not supposed to play any of the instruments. I used to have a 17-piece rock band, and we had full horn sections and everything. I'd be playing my tenor sax, and Joe Houston taught me how to really get down and dirty on the sax, and we used to play da-da-dum, da-dum, dum, da-dum, 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 dum. Remember that? Night Train. Dum da 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 dum dum. You like that? We used to play all that shit. I feel like home because Alana's telling me, please, when you're blowing your concerts there, please don't talk like you do in Boston and in Quincy and in Cambridge and a place like that, because I want the people to know that you're a nice guy. Hey, we used to take care of our people, you know what I mean? Hey, Vinny, get the bat. I was once decorated one time, I feel, because I had a boy working for me. He was only about 19, and in the casinos playing keyboard, because I created the Fender Contempo keyboard, pitching keyboard. And he was such a neat guy, a clean-cut dude, just thank you, sir, and everything like that. So one day he said, I told my family all about you. And he said, they want me to bring you, invite to their big family dinner they're having. And I said, sure. You know, we were playing in Reno when I was off that day. In fact, that was the day Elvis died. And I know the press called me to do an interview because I knew El. He used to take me screaming through Hollywood Boulevard in this Stutson Bearcat, and the cops would pull us over, and they go, "Oh, it's you." And then El would look at him, and then the cops would say, "You want a manager?" Thank you very much. And just take off. But anyway, I went to the big dinner. And when I came there, I thought I came to the Garden of Eden or something with a big castle. And he sat down, he brought me in, and there was a table that had about 20 chairs and 20 chairs, and then a chair in the very end, all hand-carved, beautiful, and he sat me in it. So I'm sitting there, and then all the family comes. And then we sit down and say a prayer before we eat. And everything, and now we're eating, and all of a sudden I hear, Dick. And I look up, and it's the old man at the very end of the table. He looked like he was 100 years old. He said, Dick, you good man, Dick. Did you ever hear anybody talk like that? Yeah? You good man, Dick. My boy likes you, Dick. You take good care of my boy. Because you're a family. My family likes you, Dick. He said, anytime you need anything, Dick, you come to me, I take care of it for you. I come to find out it was Gambino. And I was never so happy to walk back to my car and be able to open the door and put the key in the ignition, and the car would start and drive me away safely. That is a true story. I got 5 minutes. That's what they told me they have a thing going on. So, shit.
I want you, Dick Dale!
I'm happy I came here. That's why I like you, Sam. You're like me. Sam, don't try to be a Bostonian than me. Okay? Don't try to be a Massachusettsian. That's a good try. It's a good try. Okay, anybody ever gone down to New Orleans? Well, the thing lies is, yeah, that's where the blues come from, but I was telling you about the trumpet, and unless you practice the trumpet, which I don't practice anything, never have, I just pick it up and I try to play the stupid thing, but they said amateur will break down and you'll make mistakes, which is true, and also I can't do it because of the cancer and everything that's gone inside here, and the radiation and the chemo. It tears the flesh apart and you get a hole and you drain into yourself and die. And so I said, screw it, I'm going to do it anyway. So I've gotten away with it every once in a while. I get a few leakages, but I'm going to do it. Lana takes care of me. She was the nurse of the #1, the biggest veterans hospital in the country. She saved Orson Welles' life. That takes the hanky and goes, thank you. Thank you. I gotta warm it up a little bit or something to see if I can do it. If I make a mistake, I want you to touch your heart and say, oh, poor Dick.
I love you, Dick Dale! Me
I played this song at the State Theater in 7th and Broadway, in Los Angeles. It's a state-of-the-art theater with one of the most famous burlesque buildings, where the lady who danced with the feathers, the pink feathers, she was the greatest dancer. You never seen her body, but you saw all the feathers. And Honey, Gypsy Rose Lee. And then at the same time after, I had won a contest about an Elvis Presley impersonator type thing, and he had done 2 movies, Love Me Tender and Jailhouse Rock, and they were premiering at that theater. And so they had me, because I won it, had me come out on the stage, standing over myself with a little Flash Gordon microphone, and sing some Elvis songs, and then the movie started. So that was quite a big thing for me. This is the sound of the music. Some of you might have heard it because you're old enough. I'm gonna go.
Kick it! And I will give you all the history that you could possibly read. It goes on forever. We love you. Thank you.
And I want to ask a favor. Lana and I are doing something that a lot of the venues don't do. And the ones that do it, they sell out. We want to sell out when we come here. And so, would you do this? It's a thing that I learned to do when I had my 2 nightclubs. And I lost a lot of money by doing the wrong thing, and then I learned how to do the right thing. And when the people bought a ticket, they gave their name, their address, and their phone number. And that way, we made a call list. We're not going to sell you pots and pans, folks. But we made a call list. And so what I'd like you to do is to email Lana. So Lana, L-A-N-A, Dale, D-A-L-E, at earthlink.net. And say, Lana, this is me. I was here at the Middle East, and this is my name, my address, and my phone number. And that way, Lana and I are going to take it upon ourselves, because the venues just don't do it, but we're going to do it and let you know months in advance. When I play at the museum, which is the largest in the country in Phoenix, called the MIM Museum, they have a Dick Dale display. But when Lana books that, she does all the booking. She's my wife, she's my daughter, I married her. So, you know, she's 52 for Christ's sake, and I'm 80. So, but when Lana does the booking, she does all about the promotional and everything. She does it all. She did an interview with me, had me on the web. It went viral, and 3 days, we got 66,000 email from all over the world. Atlanta answered every single one of those 66,000 emails. She's up around the clock, 5 in the morning, straight in at night. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make the call lists, and then we'll have Alex and Lana and me make phone calls and say, because when we played at that MIM museum, we've been doing it now 6 years, it sells out 4 months in advance. So that's the reason why we want to be able to call you, because the venues don't believe in it. They don't listen to Atlanta. They go, oh, I've been doing this 20 years. Don't tell me how to promote. Oh, really? How come you're not sold out? If I got 66,000 emails, don't tell me they know how to promote. So we're going to promote, and we're going to call you. And we're going to tell you when we're going to be there months in advance. We love you. My wife loves you. God bless you.